All right, Saggies, welcome in. How are you doing? We're looking at March 2024. Time has sped up. I don't know if you felt it, but I definitely have felt it. Time has sped up. Wow. All right. So let's see what's going on for you in March of 2024. I will be talking a little bit more about your astrology, how it's hitting you, how the things that are happening in March are hitting you. It's something to pay attention to. And then later on this year, well, if you didn't see my Sagittarius reading for 2024, I'm going to stick a little card there for you so you can watch that. We have a lot going on, and we do have Jupiter later this year moving into your opposite sign of Gemini. So that is going to impact you a lot. I'll talk more about that in the extended, but let's see what's going on here, because Jupiter is your ruling planet in opposition to you. All right, so let's see, especially if you're a sun sign, Saggies, like me. All right, so guides coming through, possibly some new guides. Oh, wow. Healer. All right. Right away, I've been looking a lot at that Jupiter transit this year, and Jupiter spends a year in a sign. It's going to go from May till May of 2025, May this year till next year. And it's in Gemini, so it's in the opposite sign of you. Okay, Sag, if you're identifying as a card-carrying Sag like I am, Sag Sun, Moon Rising, or Venus, this is really going to impact you. And I feel like some of you are going to be pushed to take a risk to move into being a healer. Whatever that looks like for you. And I say pushed because it's going to take courage. There's something that you're going to leave behind, or that you're going to be asked to leave behind on the path of your calling. A lot of you guys come on to my North Node classes, which is about your mission and purpose. The other night we talked about soul contracts. A lot of you guys ask about mission and purpose. And I have to say, one of the most important lessons I ever learned about mission and purpose is that this is not a job. This is not a career necessarily. It can show up in that, but it's just one part of you. And what I know to be true from my own life and my own experience, and as I expect it to unfold, is that it will take courage to embrace it. So it's not like, hey, I'm going to be Instagram famous because I'm going to embrace my mission and everybody's going to see me doing that. That can be part of it, but there's something here that requires courage. Maybe being seen on YouTube doing it. You know who you are. Right? Right. Okay, so let's see where we're going. Let's see where we're going for Saggies. And we're really talking about March here. I'm getting out ahead of my skis a little bit. We do have an eclipse in Libra happening in March, and that's going to hit your 11th house. Yep, that's going to hit your 11th house of your social circles. So there can be this sense of changing tribe, or leaving behind groups of friends, or having to step into serving a group of people, a tribe, right? Which is what we're talking about, stepping into being a healer. Your guides are coming through loud and clear saying, hey, this is what it is for you to do right now. All right, so let's see where we go here. We also have a stellium, which means more than 3 or more planets in a sign, in Pisces, which is hitting your 4th house. And we also have, there's going to be a lot of energy in Aries as we move through the year. So we'll keep talking about all of this stuff, All right, there's self-confidence, and then look at this. Self-confidence tied to an identity, who I think I am, or who I pretend. I don't know, not pretend, but I mean, actually, one of the things about Sagittarius, especially as actual children, is that they're very good at pretend, the game of pretend, right? I'm pretending to be a fireman. I'm pretending to be a ballerina. I'm pretending that this is the scenario and this is how we play a game. And I feel like some of you, it has turned into either a reality that has kept you stuck, or you have that around you. Maybe you're dealing with a person who's stuck in a reality that they created, pretending is like the beginning of manifesting, right? It's like something we want to create. And Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, wow, Six of Wands, yeah, Five of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like some of you are protecting yourself against a situation, a person, a group of people. Some of you may not even know you're doing this. I do feel like there's a person or a situation that you have some kind of contact with, a friend, an ex, somebody in your friend circle or somebody in your circles, right? 11th house is being sort of stuck, maybe trying to attract you in to keep you stuck too. But there's a sense of like, no, I'm not really doing that. Like, I'm not, you're being called, this is happening because you're being called to be a healer. Okay. And this particular relationship or scenario is like the example of it, or the first person, or it's like you wouldn't do this unless you had some success at it. Okay. I'm using a very earth-based paradigm because we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil card of Capricorn. And there's something that you're doing. We'll get into that. Like, what is this healing? It could be different for each one of you. Okay. Some of you could be really, really talented healers as empaths, and you're learning not to eat the poison of the people who are drowning, but you are holding space for them to help themselves. Capricorn ruled by Saturn and Pisces. Saturn is about us doing the work ourselves. So I feel like a lot of empaths on the path of healing, doing that kind of work, are learning that it's not about like getting into the fire with them without a hazmat suit on. You have to learn protection. You have to learn to create your own, right? This two of Swords. You have to learn to choose. Okay, people to help that are going to help themselves. You can't do it alone. You can't do it for them. You can't do it for them. They have to take courage. They have to take a step. They have to, okay? So now I feel like some of you, I'm talking about your twin flame. They have to do it. You can't do it for them. You can do your own healing work. Just focus on yourself, do your own healing work. That is going to make a difference, but that's not the reason to do it. I've said that many, many times. All right. So this card, so I'm a Sag, right? I've been saying that a couple of times in this video. See that little white dog? It dawned on me this morning that this is the first little white dog I've had. And I do feel like this Fool, like this is like a brand new path, right? This is a brand new path. 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Some of you, this will be about your work or work you've created. And maybe now you're needing to take a new path. Maybe you're being asked to have courage and step into being a healer as your work, but it's a new path, right? Oh yeah. Hermit. Yes. That may be the price of this. The price of your calling is to be a hermit. Not for all of you. Some of you, it's the twin flame that's the hermit right now. 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Yes, that's right. For some of you, the price of having courage is to help another become a hermit, become a healer, a teacher, a guide, a mystic. It's your job to be on that path of supporting, because 3 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles. Now that might be a hell of a risk. Knight of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Strength. There's that courage card again. So there's something about Leo time this summer. I keep getting this super loud. I'll take a look at where everything is, where all the planets are in Leo time. I know we're jumping ahead here, but there's something here about building some kind of healing practice, maybe with a twin. You've built a platform, or you are being called to build a platform that will support the work of someone who is the hermit, Virgo energy, healer. Wow. Okay, talk to me about this hermit, please. Nine of Swords, going through a dark night of the soul right now. Queen of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Hierophant. What else about that? Oh, look at that. Patron saint of Sagittarians. There's Archangel Michael and the Sun. This is, I feel like you're calling to this person spiritually. I feel like you're calling to this person spiritually. You likely are this Queen of Pentacles, someone who has learned to take care of themselves. I am speaking to a very specific group, likely of divine feminines, who are creating a platform for their masculine. I'm also, if we're talking about, you have masculine, feminine inside you. So you have created some kind of nurturing platform inside you for this next phase of your journey. This is a commitment, Hierophant. There's Taurus energy. What are the seeds that have been planted over the past year or so? What are the seeds that have been planted? What has happened this past year? Because those seeds are now going to start taking hold this spring, okay, to grow something new. What are these seeds that we're talking about here? It could be different for everybody. Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Page of Cups. There's some kind of conversation that is going to take place within the next 3 days to 3 weeks. Okay, the fastest is the Wands. And so that can be 3 days, the Three of Wands right in the middle here. And I feel like this person is reaching out within the next couple of days to have a conversation about an old pattern, about a pattern that they've held on to, about something that they want to do. They're healing some kind of old pattern in themselves. This could also be internal to you, so take this as it resonates. But this conversation that you're having, maybe with Archangel Michael or something like that, is a very healing. This is a very healing time. Be done by March. I feel like over the weekend, we do have a full moon in Virgo. It's like everything except March we're talking about. We're talking about this weekend, which is still February. We're talking about the summer. We're talking about Leo time. We're talking about Jupiter retrogrades, May, all this stuff. What does March have to do with this reading? Page of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. All right. So, okay, now I understand. So there's some kind of conversation. March is going to be a time of talk of love between you and this person. There's going to be some conversation about love and partnership. And there's a lot of confusion and lack of clarity. There could be fantastical thinking about this, right? There's more Sagittarius, Knight of Wands. And there is an opportunity for physical passion. I've been pushing back on that in this reading, which is not normal for me, but there's something about pushing back against physical passion. It's possible because this is a third party. This person is connected to another person, or they have other commitments. And there's something here about physical passion taking place. Now I see the Wheel of Fortune, again, more Sag, and this, no, they're coming at you. to offer love. Four of Swords, okay, so I'm going to talk about this for a second. Libra, Eight of Swords, and the Star. Okay, so we've got two healing cards here. Healing of balance, breaking through barriers, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to say to you that it's possible that this person comes towards you for physical union. If you're in the twin flame journey. If you're not really resonating with the twin flame journey, this is more about we all have soul contracts and spiritual paths with people. And this is about an old pattern, the karma of an old pattern being burned up, an old pattern of third parties, or an old pattern of physicality being mistaken for love. Physicality being mistaken for love. I feel like you might be healing that pattern, and this person may be healing a pattern around gaining ego strength or something from an external person. Okay, having to see, or can only see themselves in the other. Can only see themselves in the other. Whoop. Okay, what about you? Yes, massive transformation. Wow, massive transformation. Death and world endings. Five of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. This person is coming toward you because they're having a bad time with another person. I feel like that person is very manipulative and very toxic. And I feel like your real job here is to be the hermit, is to be like, okay, I love this. Love you. And all of this is wonderful, and I'm super flattered about this. But this really is about healing patterns. So you're going to be presented with an opportunity that is going to push you to the limit. It's going to require you to have courage to say no to this person in terms of an old pattern, whatever that is. Okay? And say, instead, what's more important here is that we learn the pattern. Let's learn the pattern. Are you a pushover for this person? Are you somebody, not a pushover. Are you somebody who is not standing up for yourself? Are you stuck in some kind of horrible thing and you're looking to me to help you, or you're looking to me to make you feel better? You're looking for a distraction from your pain or something like that. The truth is, you got to look at yourself. You can save yourself. And there's a pattern in this for you too. This is very, very twin flamey. Okay, so you didn't know how hard it was to let you go. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I am grateful for this spiritual lesson. Wow. Holy moly. I bury myself in work to forget you. Holy cow. I wish I had treated you better. So, turns out last time was a warm up for this time. If you're resonating with this, I mean, that's a personal level. On an interpersonal level, we're talking about with another person. On a more global level, we're talking about how are we using our healing powers, our healing gifts, to do something for somebody else that robs them of the opportunity to understand that they're there to heal themselves. We're there to hold space. Are we doing that in order for us to feel like a hero? Or are we doing that because we also gain gratification? Because, well, same thing, because we're seen as somebody who's, maybe they're putting us on a pedestal because we do this. But there's something here about you stopping the cycle. There's something here about you stopping this cycle so that it can be more long-term. If you go down this road, it snuffs it out. That's important to remember. we think someone who mistakes sex for love, we think that that's going to elongate or make the situation better or more permanent or more solid, when actually we're snuffing it out. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Root chakra, the moon. Oh my God. Your safety, your safety and security as it relates to your feelings, right? The moon, full moon in Virgo. Are you doing this to feel safe? Oh my goodness. Timeline. Remember? So if you're in your old pattern here, then you're continuing the same timeline. You're continuing the same trajectory. So what has before is in the future. If you change it, if you do something different, new timeline. New timeline. Wow. Okay. This is the desert. This is kind of the place of like, I don't know, that 7 of Cups, that 7 of Swords. We're going to dive deeper into this. Wow. Okay. So if you make the same choice that you've always made, I feel like this person is going to tell you a lot. I feel like they're going to maybe make apologies for some things that happened in the past. I think they're going to tell you about their feelings. I think they're going to tell you everything about everything that's going on. Wow. All right. Let's go deeper. I'm going to talk more about the astrology of March, and then I'm going to go deeper into this reading. Yeah, let's pull cards for each zodiac sign. You know who I'm talking about, but let's see what's going on individually. All right. Link is below, Saggies. Holy moly. For you. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.